So we're finally getting back into filming, but it's been, what has it been like? Today's Thursday. We've been trying to record 2 YouTube videos since Monday. And so here we are on Thursday afternoon. I wouldn't say that we're rushing, but I do think that we are kind of like, we have to get it out today because you're going out of town for work tonight. So I kind of just wanted to talk about the reality of saying that, I'm going to do a YouTube channel, I'm going to be consistent, I'm going to, do all these things right, I'm going to get monetized, all these things that you're hopeful to do when you start a YouTube page, but then life hits. So I kind of just wanted to talk about life and what's been going on. So I know what's been going on with me, but like, what's been going on with you? What do you think has been like causing us to every day this week say like, let's push it to tomorrow,
Well, I think for one, what's actually been happening is, obviously, me being a college strength and conditioning coach, you get busy, practice in the morning, practice in the evenings, and then, you do such a great job being a mom and nurturing our baby. Shaylin takes up most of your attention, and I think fatigue sets in. Fatigue's a part of life, so, being great parents, you gotta duty calls. So if I'd say, yeah, man, that's what's been happening.
But it's also like difficult because within the whirlwind of our week, you wanna, this is a lifestyle channel, so it's kind of like I want to show those parts of our life that get crazy and get hectic, but I don't even really be having time to even do that. You know what I mean? Like there's no point in my day right now that I'm just like, let me stop what I'm doing and set the camera up really quick and record this. You know what I mean? Like it would be nice, but this isn't MTV. We don't have cameras following us. Like this happens because we make it happen. And so it's just like, I want to be authentic, and that's, I want that this channel to be, the real us. But the fact is that like when life gets real and when the real us comes in, sometimes we just can't stop what we're doing and like record. And that has been what's been killing me, is because I'm just like all week I'm like, this is such good content. Okay, so like specifically with the baby, like you see she's nursing now. Like I'm learning as a new mom that at 3 months, she's about to be 4 months in 2 weeks, but at 3 months, they start to go through this attachment phase. So Shaylin is very much in her attachment phase, and yeah, like that's what I've been going through. Like, yeah, you're busy with work, and I'm busy at home with the baby, and it's like when you do get home from work, we don't have time to film because I have to give you the baby so I can like shower,
right,
so I can like brush my hair, like all these things that I don't do. It's not because I'm like sitting here like, I don't feel like taking a shower today. It's really like,
it's real. Yeah, it's
yeah.
real life. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just like, it's definitely been that, like having her be so attached to me has, first of all, it's been so sweet. Like, I know like as it's happening, it is a little bit frustrating, because I physically cannot do a lot of the things that I need to do. And, you're at work, but also I like to take time and think like, these little moments I won't get again, so I try to embrace it, and I try to, so yeah, I try to embrace it, and I try to like, just give myself grace, because I know that, this is a lot. But yeah, it's definitely hard. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason I would say is, something that I wasn't expecting is, being a new mom, they say like, you're not going to get your period back if you're breastfeeding. That wasn't true for me. Right? Like my period came back on Monday. Well, no, it's been back for like 2 months.
Yeah.
But this particular one, like this is month 3, and she's about to be 4 months. This particular one has been like the most difficult, most painful, most mentally draining that I've had since I had her. And so physically, I just was not physically about to get up and shoot any kind of videos. So yeah, like that, like my period coming back, you know, the baby being, you know, going through her 3-month attachment phase, it kind of got me thinking about like going back to work, going back to like a traditional 9 to 5, because I'm just like, online, there's so many forums about women saying that your traditional like 2-3 month maternity leave is not enough, and it really isn't. Like imagine me, you know, unfortunately in my situation I wasn't let go of my job, but I kind of was like let go of my job. But like if I weren't and I was going back, it would kind of be time for me to go back to work now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, how can I go back to work when this baby is literally glued to me? It's just so crazy, like the things that I didn't realize before that like I kind of knew because people do talk about those things, but it wasn't personal to me. But now like everything is making sense. Like here I am with a 3-month-old baby, and fortunately I don't have to go back to work, because even me just trying to do this YouTube channel that is not paying me, but it's something that I'm passionate about and that I want to do, I'm having trouble just doing that. Like imagine if I had to report to a company, you know? Like how do you think we would have managed if I did have to go back to work? Like
man, that's a good question. We definitely would have had to have found a babysitter or a daycare that we trusted.
Mm-hmm.
And even so, you know, the attachment, you know, with Shaylin and you know, separation anxiety, you know, that's the term for it.
Yeah.
It would have been rough because I think both of us, but you mainly, working, knowing that when you're not around, she's crying like crazy. So,
yeah,
absolutely. And that was my train of thought. I was like, you know, hypothetically thinking like, wow, you know, if baby had to go back to work, I'm at work full time, she wouldn't stay but maybe a week. She'd be calling me like, babe, I quit. And me, I'd be like, okay, all right, babe, well, let's go get the baby, go home, you know, so.
Yeah, a daycare.
Yeah.
Like there are so many horror stories about, okay, I don't even know that I want to, I don't even want to say the one I heard, because it's so bad. But basically there was a black mom on TikTok, and she talked about like, you know, she dropped her baby off, her 3-month-old baby, to daycare for the first day, and she got a call saying that her baby was no longer,
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that is scary.
Yeah, and she was just like, I was just going back to work, you know what I mean? And like, so anything can happen, and my prayers are with her. Like that's so crazy of a thing to happen, but yeah, like all of the like literally me in my mind, there's nobody. Obviously, you're her dad. I trust her. My mom. I like everybody in her life who would be like providing care for her. I trust y'all. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying is, in my mind, as her mom, there's nobody who could take better care of her than I can take care of her. So, and handing her off to a stranger, yeah, I don't even think I would. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So I think that, again, what I just need to do is give myself grace. You need to give yourself grace as well, you know, because she just spit up. Because you are working long days and long hours, and you know you're doing all this stuff to take care of the household, and you know I'm also doing all these things to take care of a growing baby. So I don't know. I think we both need to come to terms with the fact that although we aspire to have this, you know, YouTube channel that helps people, that reaches people, and build a community and all these things, the reality is that like our lifestyle does not revolve around YouTube.
Right.
It doesn't. In no world would our life revolve around YouTube ever. And that's okay with me. So like, well, when I say that's okay with me, I just mean like, it's okay if, even though I have, dreams and goals of monetizing our YouTube channel, even though that's what I want, I'm never going to let that like break me away from my current reality. That is raising my child, being a wife to my husband, and being the woman of this house. Like, some things, even though this is a lifestyle channel, some things aren't meant for YouTube. And I think it's like, if a day goes by and I meant to pick up the camera and record and I wasn't able to, that's okay. Like, I just need to stop giving myself a hard time about, you didn't record today. Today you could have put up a video. Today you could have, been editing a video, but you didn't record a video. Like, that does suck because of the plans and the goals that I have. But yeah, right now we're just kind of in the trenches.
Absolutely. I want to go back to what you said, giving yourself grace. And I think this is important for every mom who's given birth and aspires to be, a high level nurturer to their family, period. I mean, let's be honest, you're the centerpiece of our family. I think that's what every great woman is to their family. And so you deserve grace. You deserve to take a break, so to speak. It's difficult to have grace on myself personally because when you love your family as a man and you're a good man, it's tough not to be hard on yourself. You want to always get it right. So it's warming to hear you say that.
Hear me say what?
To have grace on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, man, when you love your family, man, you're like, I want to do everything. I want to make this mountain of cash. I want to show up in every way. I want to make sure I get this perfect. But you're human. And so definitely I agree with, what we do doesn't revolve around YouTube, but I would say this, to our viewers and anybody aspiring to build a community to help other people, hey man, give yourself some grace.
And you can't pour from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
We can't be on here, and I think we're going to talk about that in another video, but like how people, is the word I'm looking for perpetrate? Like perpetrate a lifestyle that they're not actually living.
Term. That's a good term. That's a great term.
We are making the conscious decision to not do that, but there are very well people who do that.
I agree.
And yeah, like kind of like you were saying, or something else you said reminded me, like that's why we didn't film yesterday. We didn't film because, I wasn't having cramps or anything yesterday. I kind of like calmed down, but you were like trying to push through not taking a nap.
Yeah.
Remember? And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, you need a nap. Don't act like you don't need a nap. You wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, we're not going to not take naps. Like, naps are so important.
And that was so on point. And that was actually heartfelt as well, because I'm like, wow, baby's looking out for me. She's like, nah, you need a nap, man. We'll record tomorrow or whatever. So give yourself grace.
Yeah, and I think like this is a good video for us to put out like here at the start of, setting the framework for this channel. Although this channel has existed for years, it's kind of pivoting into something different. And it will always be good for obviously new viewers to come in and see this, especially if they're a new YouTuber as well, having a hard time with, what do you call that? What is that word? What is that term? For when when you're working hard but you don't want to believe it. Imposter syndrome. For the YouTuber who has imposter syndrome, like give yourself grace, but also for us to come back and watch this video and be like, dang, look how we used to be stressing about, putting videos up, or look how look how much we've grown. Like, I just kind of hope that that's what this video is for people who find it and for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, that being said,
No, I was gonna say that's the goal, man, to aspire.
Yeah.
And give hope, man, and have influence.
Yeah. So yeah, With that being said, I think this is a good place to leave it. If you found this video, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you next time.